My favorite launch days I've ever found.
It's gotta be old school.
Oh, yeah, look.
Yeah. Fancy, just old school.
Could we have everyone please rise for the pledge and remain standing for the land acknowledgement statement? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Salamanca City Central School District acknowledges the homeland of the Anandawaka, the people of the Great Hill, the Seneca people on whose ancestral and modern-day land Salamanca School District now resides and whose water we enjoy. We stand with all Indigenous peoples in their resolve to remain connected to their land. While we cannot undo what has been done, it is the goal of the Salamanca City Central School District to recognize the history and make improvements that will benefit the next 7 generations of Indigenous students.
Thank you, everyone. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, we have several that were added since it was first published last year. First off, we added an executive session at the beginning of the meeting, which should be relatively short. We added a item for the football playoff overnight trip. We added bid results to an agenda item that was in there but didn't have the results because those were just open. We added hotel lodging cost resolution. We added a donation from the Seneca Nation Tribal Council. We removed Bethany Jimerson, the teacher assistant that was on the agenda, and she had a potential extended probation, but we resolved that, so that has been taken off. And we moved a person from 10B and 10D, or items in those 2 items. We moved a person from 10B to 10D. So we separated one of the people out.
Okay. And we're canceling the board picture.
I'm sorry. Yes, we are going to cancel the board picture today.
Have my-
Well, if
Sorry
anybody
about
wants
that.
to just come down and take our picture, you can do that.
You're-
You're more than welcome. Okay, then with all the changes to the agenda, we need a motion to.
Second.
Motion by Carrie, second by Christian. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item number 3 is a motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
For the purpose of
Second.
personnel. So we got a motion by Carrie, second by Dale. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried, and we will be back shortly. Where are we going?
I don't know.
You know, we're gonna cancel the executive. You wanna wait until we get there, or do you want to invite the agenda now?
Why don't we revise it, if you don't mind, revise the agenda, you cancel your.
Do that. Yeah. We need a motion to come back into regular session.
Motion.
Motion by Dale, second by Brad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carried. We also need a motion to amend the agenda to remove the second executive session. Item 13, I think it is. 13. And remove the, regular, or the executive session number 2. Motion by Tracy,
Second.
second by Tad, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. All right, and we shall continue where we left off. And we will move on to our presentations, our impact presentations. From all the principals is what I was told. Come on
There we
down.
go, all right. Exciting.
Down.
Look at our students, they're so excited to hear this.
They're alert.
Must like
Down so we can make room. So I get to open and close today, so that's fun. First, thank you for the opportunity to present about the impact plan. Might be worthy of just talking about a little bit of the history. So as you know, it's a relatively new admin team, going back to July and then some recent changes with Mrs. Berry taking the helm. But back in July, we did start diving into some of this work and talking about how can we be consistent across the district, so that we can meet everybody's needs, sorry. We came up with the name Impact because of the acronym, which we'll get into shortly. And then thank you for the summer retreat, because during that retreat, it actually expanded out to bigger than just our buildings. We had departments, finance, transportation, food, service, building and grounds, look at the acronym and say, well, some of the letters, like we had the first letter, I'll steal that, Kim, sorry. Invest in instruction, right? Excellence and instructional excellence, like it was what it was. And I won't throw any names, but we had a member from a different department say, well, my department doesn't necessarily instruct, but can we change the acronym to invest in excellence so we can be part of making the impact? So this went bigger than just the buildings, it's district-wide, each department's looking at the impact. So that brief history, it's applicable to all departments, and I'm gonna turn it over. And
So you all have the impact plan in front of you. One thing we decided as an admin team over the retreat is this is going to be a living, breathing document grounded in best practices that we lift every single day, and that it's grounded also in district initiatives. So you'll see the acronym is spelled out for you on, do you guys have access to this slideshow? Oh yeah, it's up there. Thank you. So it's up there if you don't. So you'll see the acronym, what it stands for. So the I, invested in excellence, and it goes through all of the acronyms or the letters there. So M is mindset, P is progress and participation, A, attendance, C, character, T, trust. When you get into the plan, you'll see that each of those letters, there's going to be components underneath each of those. And one thing we've discussed is obviously we want to best capture the work and what this looks like throughout the buildings and throughout the departments. We did agree that it's going to be at least a 3 to 5 year commitment. And then stemming from the retreat, we then carried it into additional administrative meetings. And we've started to roll this out to staff and talking about what this work looks like, reflecting on the work that we're currently doing, and setting goals. And we're going to continue to evolve that. And we'll get into some of the other action steps and some of the tools that we've been using with staff and in buildings and departments.
Good. All right, we, within our impact plan, we are aligning, of course, our Board of Education goals. So first being making students smarter through data-driven instruction and effective teaching, invested in excellence in everything we do for our kids. So in having engaging lessons, strong classroom management. Second being promoting justice, diversity, equity, and inclusion, the JEDI. And that's, of course, having a commitment to fairness for our whole district. Of course, improving attendance with creative celebrations and initiatives. One example is from today. I think Erin's going to talk a little bit more about it, but we had our ice cream celebration for our students with excellent or perfect attendance. It was really fun. We had that across our entire district. Fourth being building a culture of trust among students, staff, and families. And that's just really having a supportive learning environment that's embedded in trust and empathy.
Okay, so as you know, impact is an acronym. We kind of broke down what each of those are. So these are essentially the pillars of the plan, and it's really nothing new. It's nothing that we have created for this year and years forward. It's just kind of a consolidated effort of all of the things that we really have been doing. And even though we're going to talk about each of these things in isolation, it's just important to know that these really all work in tandem to create that holistic framework for personal and academic growth in all students and staff. So being invested in excellence, with really fostering strong relationships, and just as Lloyd had mentioned, that starts with transportation all the way into our finance department and making sure that we're providing resources and have the funds to be able to do those things, to hire the staff, our building services to make sure that our grounds are safe and orderly, to make a strong environment. And then, of course, the instructional practices in the classroom. Moving into mindset, so cultivating a growth mindset with students and staff. So really reframing challenges, any sort of challenges that are presented in the classroom, at home, as opportunities for how can I improve. Teaching students the power of persistence and making sure that staff feel safe, that we've created a culture where they feel safe sharing their challenges, sharing their successes, and building off of those. Progress, really, this is the foundation of everything that we do. So setting goals, making sure that we are reaching those goals, using data-driven instruction, looking at attendance data, looking at behavioral data, looking at academic data, and then using that to make improvements, to make plans for improvement. Utilizing our MTSS process to target specific interventions, again, making sure students are growing, and then also recognizing growth in students. So once they are making those gains, that we're celebrating that. Attendance, you're hearing that a lot this year. So prioritizing attendance, making sure that we're emphasizing the importance of consistent attendance. We're addressing barriers, we're engaging families, and then again, celebrating that success. Character, we are not only trying to make students smarter, but we're also trying to make them more successful and well-rounded individuals. And so that is providing instruction and curriculum centered around those lifelong skills of respect and perseverance and responsibility, things that are just going to make them good human beings outside of the school. Focusing on monthly traits, integrating that into our curriculum and celebrating that. And then trust. Fostering supportive environments, building trust through collaboration and transparency. So starting with district leadership all the way down into the grade levels. So just a few things that we've done so far this year. We started with our impact planning tool, and that began at the retreat. And that was where each department just kind of looked at each of the pillars and then broke it down into what goals are we trying to establish, what are our strategies that we're going to use to get there. What resources do we need, and then how are we going to assess our progress? We did that with our grade levels. So at some of the most recent half days, our grade level teams then took that, the high school, their departments took that, and they set goals within their own department as to how they're going to make an impact. Impact walls, just allowing teachers to really focus on which of those letters, which of those pillars really speaks to them, and they created a card, and that was posted for just a reminder, a constant reminder. Monthly character traits. So far we have done respect, self-control. We just finished the month of gratitude. We're moving into responsibility in December. And so we're doing a lot of celebrations with that. I know we're doing at Prospect and Seneca, we're doing our CEO celebration, which stands for Chief Example for Others. but also we're tying in the character traits of the month. So how are those students exhibiting that? They're recommended by their peers and nominated by their classroom teachers for that award. Attendance awards. So as Laura had mentioned earlier, I think I did the math and we celebrated somewhere around 500 students today for perfect and excellent attendance, which was a lot of ice cream that was dished out and it was rock hard. So thank you to all of the people that helped with that. And just continuing to make sure that we're recognizing not only perfect and excellent attendance, but those students who are making progress. Maybe it wasn't so great in the first quarter, but they're progressing and making changes for the second through the end of the year. Aligning professional development, building on our mission and vision. It's a common language throughout the district, so that's really important. And then continuing to focus on our data meetings so that everything kind of aligns with this plan.
Key actions and next steps. There are 5 smaller slides in this big slide, and I'll go over each and every single slide. We're going to be conducting district-wide professional development aligned to impact. We have already been putting in place safe and civil school strategies that will enable us to develop a school culture of safety, civility, and academic productivity rooted in the belief that all people be treated with dignity and respect. We also brought back CHAMPS, and CHAMPS is a proactive approach to classroom management that helps teachers create a positive and productive learning environment. Our attendance initiatives with students and families. On December 5th, we will be holding a Title I parent involvement informational meeting at the Seneca School, where information will be disseminated to parents and guardians. We have partnered with EPIC and Native Connections to grow our PTO. Under the culturally responsive practices aligned with the JEDI, we're incorporating restorative practices more often, and we're looking to use branching minds for our efforts in moving from RTI to MTSS. And number 4, establishing metrics. We're coming back to district assessment tools to derive and disaggregate data to drive construction. And last but not least, engaging the community, where we're going to continue to work with EPIC and Native Connections to offer services to our community.
So I'm just going to jump back to the pillars. I think it's important just to note that impact does not just apply to teachers or departments. It applies to everybody in education, right? So our students can make an impact by investing in excellence or having a growth mindset, making sure that they're productive, right? And producing and being on task, having good character, having trust with teachers, and following through. So this applies to everybody in really all the stakeholders in education. And with that, if you have questions or feedback, we can make a commitment to excellence and equity within our students. And together we are continuing to make a difference in our educational and our hometown community. And this is, you guys definitely make an impact. I think in every interview, Tracy's been in some of them, I talk about like Salamanca, and it comes with a beam of pride that I get to say, I don't think you'll find a more supportive board, and the impact that you guys are making for our students and our staff, and the fact that Teresa's message of if there's something good for kids and it'll help, we'll do our best to try and get it, and that comes out in every interview. So, but we want to thank you as a board appreciation. There's some. Yeah.
Good to be.
Yeah, over
Well
prepared.
done.
But like honestly, just thank you. Like, right, we get to do some of the work, but it isn't without your efforts of supporting that, and sometimes with guidance and sometimes with restriction, but it's making a difference with our students in our town. So thank you. Questions, concerns, feedback?
No, I love the idea. I like to hear that we're bringing James back. That's kind of exciting to hear that. It'll be interesting to get the updates on I know you said you're committed to it for 5 years, you know, just what an impact this actually is making and the growth that we're seeing. So it's exciting. Like it.
Thank you.
Well, for me, I just like to know, as this moves forward, can we get periodic updates?
Right.
Another presentation and
Yeah, absolutely.
3-4 months. Yeah.
Did you say 500?
Yeah, just about, what'd you say, Levi, 160
Yeah, 169 in high
at
school.
the high school? We had about 160 at Seneca and 185, yeah, that's still
That's good.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right? That's an improvement, right?
0 to
Yeah.
1 day absent between September 3rd and November 15th.
Wow.
It's awesome.
No, that's great. I want to commend you guys on your collaboration with each other and working as a team and compiling all this data and the PowerPoint for us and yeah, keep up the great work.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys.
That deserves a round of applause for sure.
And nationally.
Yeah. Next, we'll move on to communications. We have no one. Do we have, Aaron on for Title VI?
None.
We got, okay. Good. All right, then, we'll move on to the central office message. Karen?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Okay.
I actually prepared for chief. Within my office, I've been working on the impact aid application and our, school level finance survey stuff, but, one of the big things that just happened is we started budget season, so I know those guys are all excited about it. You know, we're using the new software and all kinds of stuff, so it'll be fun. But one of the big things is this little award right here. John, Haley, Sandy Brundage, and I went to Verona a few weeks ago to accept this award. It's the 2024 New York State School Nutrition Association Farm to School Partnership Award for exemplary farm to school projects that effectively promote local foods and foster strong partnerships across New York State. So that just shows that we're being recognized for what we're doing in our cafeterias, which is fantastic. And then to top that off, Sandy, John, and I went to Syracuse last week, Thursday, and presented. There's like between 40 and 50 people in the session at the inaugural New York Farm to School Summit. And we're presented, we had a bunch of questions afterwards and people were finding us afterwards and stuff, and it was very well accepted. I had a school business official from another district say that we should present that at the school district or the school business officials conference as well. So I'm going to talk to them about that, but just promoting our food services department and anything that they're doing in there, or everything they're doing. So thought you'd want to maybe see that.
I will.
Yeah. Well, good job.
I remember the days of brown lettuce and,
It's good for you.
and that, the strides that we're making that we really want to improve that for the kids to eat and that we're pushing it out into the community. I mean, it's exciting. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. Wow, that's very cool. So congratulations.
Oh, that's all I have.
That's all you have?
Yep.
Okay. What about Nikki? I see she's on there.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Just as we celebrate this month of gratitude, I just want to take a moment to just express my deep appreciation for all of our students, staff, families, and community. I really feel positive about the direction that we're headed with the district and just super excited about our shared vision of excellence with the impact plan. Thank you to the principals for presenting that. I just really think that with our aligned efforts and we keep the board goals at the center of everything we do, we're going to really move forward with student achievement, and that's the most important. So thank you. Everyone have a wonderful holiday and good luck to our football team.
So we'll move on to board message. Christian, you want to start us off?
Yeah, well, first off, again, thanks to our presenters and your collaborative efforts and putting all that together and the work you're doing. So thank you very much. I want to talk about this. I think this is an amazing achievement. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was in the area. I had to drop off some lunch money. My kids, it was Friday. They wanted extra money for pizza. And I went in there and the staff, they allowed me to walk down there and, you know, it was a pretty cool experience. And and the staff was all very professional and, accommodating, and, I just think, I have a lot of pride in what they're doing, and it seems like all the effort behind the scenes and stuff is really paying off, and obviously, everyone's doing a great job, and it's even to the point where, my kids will go, we have the calendar of the lunch menu on our fridge so at the night before, my kids will look at the calendar and they're excited to see what's for lunch the next day, just because, that you guys are getting them good quality food and, yeah, I mean, little things like that can't get overlooked. So, I commend everybody on their efforts. John, I know John personally, and yeah, everyone's done a great job carrying everybody there. And, yeah, not much. It's just good to be back. The last month or so has been pretty chaotic for me as I transition to my, other role with my new position. So, it's good to be back. It's good to see everyone. And, of course, Chad and boys and girls, I'm looking forward to continuing, your success on the football field, and very proud of you guys. So thank you very much.
Tracy?
Thank you for the presentation. I've heard, talking about impact before, and I knew what the letter stood for, but I guess it wasn't as in detail as we got tonight. So, thank you for that. I was able to attend the, Sunday, the Make Your Own Sunday, celebration for the high school today, and help serve ice cream to kids. And, give them their spoons and make sure they had a napkin. So yeah, it was crazy, 169 kids lining up in here and going through. Now I know I'm not in food service, but it was a good experience. And I wish good luck to the football team this weekend. And I think and I hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving. I know that there's some expected snow, maybe working our way in. So everybody be safe and stay warm.
Curious over there.
Yeah, Carrie's over there just. Yeah. Ted?
I just wanted to thank all the employees and community and the students coming out tonight. Yeah, it's always good to see people out. Yeah, congrats to all the teams that have kind of sports teams that finished up the fall season, and shout out to the football team. They had good performance last week, and good luck this coming up week on continuing that part of the season. The food program, I was gonna comment on it as well. It's different than from what I remember as a student, because I mean, even my kid now, he just started school, and I'm surprised that a whole quarter has gone through so far, and he really hasn't complained about anything that he's got, which I was not the same way as a child. So it's good that we have choices, and a lot of choices that the kids like. The other thing is just congrats to everybody for making it through first quarter. It's amazing how quick time flies by. We're 1 in out of 4, and keep it going to the end of the year.
Brad?
Congratulations to the food service team, and want to wish everyone a happy holiday. We're traveling out Friday to watch the game. We're going to be trying to find the hotel where the football team is, because Coach Bart won't release that information. So. Good luck to you guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to say the same thing everybody else has said. Congrats on the food service program. That's quite an honor. And thanks for the nice presentation you guys did. Everybody working together makes the whole thing work, Just be safe, everybody. It's the holiday season. Some snow that we don't want to see coming. But Vestal is, quite a ways away, down 86 and 17. So I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like down there, but please be safe. And go Warriors.
Go Warriors.
Go Warriors.
That's right.
Yeah, the snow's coming. I know everyone's excited about that. Get that ski club rolling. Let's go. Everyone thinks snow. Yeah. Congrats to the football team. Wish you guys luck this weekend. Also, I do want to, probably Levi, appreciation for putting a post out the other day recognizing the cheerleaders. They're the unsung heroes of that football team, and they go without recognition year round. It never happens, but somebody put a post on the other day to recognize their cheerleaders. That was awesome. I appreciate that a lot, and I know they did too. So good job, whoever did that. That's appreciated. And I know the team, they probably appreciate it just as well. So, yeah, let's not forget the other people who help support what goes on with our athletic programs. And on that note, congratulations to Ryanna Brady. She went to states, running, what was it, last week? And I know she didn't do probably as well as she wanted to, but still, that's a pretty good accomplishment, you know, and that kind of goes unnoticed. So we always got to think about these other things too, you know. Obviously, football has been the biggest thing that this school is known for decades. And we always make such a big deal and point that out, but there's still a lot of other amazing things that happen in our district. Let's not forget about the rest of it, all right? Yeah, food service, amazing, always has been. I'm bummed, I missed Warrior Burger, was that today? Did I miss that again? I missed Warrior Burger and I missed the ice cream.
Delivered.
I just gotta take a day out of work and come over here and Warrior Burger.
Let me know when you do.
Yeah.
I'll with you.
Yeah, I mean, I missed it again, but you know, that's the other thing like our district has been known for years. We have awesome food, you know, we really do. And our staff does such an amazing job and it's doesn't go unnoticed, that's for sure. But yeah, a lot going on. We're through first quarter. Hoping all the kids and everybody are doing just fine in the second quarter. We're really hitting the ground running in quarter two, moving right along. Hopefully we're seeing some progress, we're seeing some gains and you know, everything that you guys talk about too. Hopefully everyone in your buildings are doing amazing right now, you know, so. Other than just thanking all our staff as usual, thank you guys for everything you do, you know, thank everybody up here, my colleagues, for everything you guys do. You know, this district doesn't run without amazing people, and we've got several hundred amazing people here who help this district run. So I'm appreciative of all of it, and I thank you all, and enjoy the holidays, and everybody, think snow, a couple feet.
Couple feet.
It reminds me of like the old Christmas Carol, Santa Claus is coming to town, I think it is, and Dale's like keep miser and Carrie's like cold miser. And somewhere in between there's rain. That's what it
There's no
reminds
rain
me.
miser.
Anyway, I would like to say thank you again for the presentation. It's really great to hear what's going on in the district and what we're doing to make kids smarter and more successful. And that's a great way to put it. Carrie said it, you know, we have a lot of amazing students, staff, administrators, board members, you know, everybody takes a village to raise a kid, right? So we're all in it together to try to make sure our kids are as successful as they can be. Gonna say it again. I try to say it at every meeting. If there's things that you need, don't be afraid to ask because we're here to help. If there's ideas that we want to think outside the box, bring them to us. I like to think that we do things maybe other districts wouldn't, and in a good way. And if there's things that need to be changed, even though we don't want to hear it, we still need to hear it so we can always make our district better. We like to think we're perfect, but nobody's ever perfect, and there's always room for improvement. So that goes to the students, that goes to the staff, that goes to the administrators, that goes to the board members. If you see something that you think needs to be changed, don't be afraid to say it, because even though we might not want to hear it, it's important to hear it, because we always want to strive to be the best that we can be. The football team, it's exciting to watch. You said it with the cheerleaders. It's exciting to watch the cheerleaders too. They're good, they're loud, they get the crowd into it. You sit there and stomp your feet. I mean, I have a great time cheering. And I like to sing the alma mater, you know, I do all that, even though people around me don't want to hear me sing, I do it anyway. So good luck. Terry's right, you know, we have other great athletes and I know we usually have a presentation to come in and bring everybody in to celebrate them. I love doing that. And it shouldn't be just athletics. It should be our drama, our music, whatever it is. We want to celebrate kids in any kind of accomplishment that they make, because I think it's important to recognize kids and the little successes that they make. Even if it's a little success, it doesn't matter. So And food service, everybody said what a great job we're doing farm to table, but how about the fact that Karen found money so that no kid has to pay for breakfast or lunch, right? I mean, how about that? How many districts do that? Because there's a lot of kids that don't have money or parents that sometimes can pay for things. And like Christian said, he brought money down so kids could have extra. And that's awesome because there's some kids that, if they get extra money, that's what they want. They want a little bit extra, but at least to know that they don't have to pay for it. And that's huge. That's huge. So bravo for our district. Congratulations on the award. It's awesome. Our Thanksgiving celebration. I don't know how many people we had. I know it was well attended. I think I went to a football game instead, because I think that was the day that it was held or something was going on. I couldn't attend it, but it's great that the community is out there. They're coming in, they're sitting down, they're talking, they're communicating, and they're seeing what the school's doing. So I think that's important. And last but not least, I hope everyone has a great, happy Thanksgiving, and you don't eat too much or don't get too full or watch football or do whatever you do, and go Warriors. Go Warriors. I'll turn it over to you.
Well, you all have done a very good job of hitting just about everything I wanted to hit. Wanted to just acknowledge the work of our Key Club and Mrs. Brazil, who really spearheaded the community Thanksgiving dinner. The turnout was great. Like Ms. Ray said, we don't have the numbers right now, but I know it was exceptionally well attended and an awful lot of work went into that. And it is probably year 6 or 7 that we've been doing that. And that's one of the things that makes Salamanca a little bit unique and pulling everyone together. I also wanted to acknowledge, as John did, Rihanna Brady. Sometimes cross-country doesn't necessarily get the credit that it probably does deserve. I know this because I coached cross-country for years. And as one of those sort of individual / team sports that requires a significant amount of dedication, year-round work, and to reach the level of state level competition takes an incredible amount of personal dedication, perseverance. And we should really all be very proud of the work that she did. And having Salamanca be represented at the state level is for a sport like that is terrific. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to interview 3 finalists, one of whom will likely be assisting us moving forward with a strategic plan. That strategic plan will not only focus on academics and instruction, but also on all of the other departments that comprise the school district. So much more information will be coming forward from there, and we'll be looking for student, staff, community input as we compile a plan that will take us for the next 5+ years and provides us some insight and direction. I also wanted to acknowledge that today we met Deputy Philippi, who will be our new school resource officer at Prospect. He is a active National Guard and with 12 years of experience there. And I believe 4 years of experience in civilian law enforcement. He just returned from 1-year deployment, serving our country overseas in the role of a military police officer. So we're looking forward to his expertise in helping us to improve our safety and security measures, but also his instruction in the classroom with some of our youngest students. So his effective start date will be December 9th. So I'm sure we'll get him at one of these board meetings for an official welcome, but we're really looking forward to working with that. And then last but not least, taking a look at our impact plan, which this month's character trait is gratitude, which you've heard over and over again, which is appropriate for Thanksgiving. And recognizing that we really did not acknowledge, as we have in the past, school board appreciation. Because we were at a conference actually during that particular month. So I just wanted to take a moment to express the gratitude that I have to work in Salamanca, had the opportunity to work with these wonderful leaders that are sitting in front of us, but also the ones that are sitting alongside. So one thing that we started this year is a simple little recognition, sort of a token of appreciation for work that people do that might be a bit above and beyond, and I can't think of people who are more deserving than our school board members. So each year, there'll be a different coin, and we distribute these. I'm a little behind with some of our student and staff, so it'll keep me busy on Monday. But it's just a simple little gesture to say thank you for the work that you do every day. You guys are sort of the silent leaders who keep things moving along, and oftentimes don't get the recognition that you deserve.
Love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very nice.
It's funny, I talked to a parent whose student got one of these. And they said, man, it was just so nice and thoughtful. And they just loved it. So people do
Yeah,
appreciate
they
it.
really have gone over, I hate to say better than I anticipated, but
And they're nice.
yes, some of our staff have them. They have them proudly displayed, and we'll each year we'll put these on in a display case, so we'll see the progression year after year and recognize those people who are doing a good job.
I think you have to give me a little homework for this.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have to say Siri, flip a coin. Now I have my own coin.
There you
go. Okay. All right, everyone, we'll move on to what go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask before we move on, let's hear from the man of the hour up there.
Oh, boy, we're gonna put Chad on the spot.
Yeah.
Don't, he's superstitious.
Superstitious, are you?
Right now,
Come on, Chad.
he's up there strategy.
Give us logistics then.
Well, the team we're facing is a power from section 4. They've been in the state final. They won 7 state titles.
Wow.
Last year Waverly beat this team to play us. And you're gonna see a lot of run game. I think they're running at the 98% clip right now. I'm right at it. So part of the logistics are last year was icing on the cake. A lot of this, we felt good that we were there. We were happy. This year, we're trying to stay a little more focused and go out with intention. And guys worked hard and they got a real shot this year. So
Yeah.
trying to stay in
Fun to
that
watch.
mindset.
I think you guys have a great defense too, and I really love the way over the season to watch your team come together and the chemistry build, and I want to commend you guys on that, so.
Yeah, good leaders.
Yep, keep it up, man.
Fun.
Thank you.
Go Warriors, right? Go Warriors.
What's the team's name called again?
Shenango.
All right, we're gonna move on to our consent agenda, because I'm sure the students want to get out of here. We need a motion to approve our consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Kristen,
Second.
second by Brad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item 8 is old business, and we have no old business, so we'll move on to item 9, which is new business. The first is our district reserve and commitment funds. So we're going to decrease the amount in the employee retirement reserve, the EBLAR reserve, the retirement award, commitment fund. Get any, there's no something here. So we're gonna decrease the amount in all those funds, so we need a motion to approve the changes in district reserve and commitment funds.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Tad. Are there any questions? Dan, you want to comment at all on any of them?
Sure, this is just following our district reserve and commitment policy to, at the end of the year, after the audit is done, then we look at what we can fund and what we can use off of those. So these are going as revenues to the general fund out of the reserves, and we'll start over again this year.
Okay. Then we have a motion by Dale, second by Tad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item B, we're accepting bids, for, let's see, 2015 salt spreader, let's see, for work gymnasium floor, sand and seal at the high school and Seneca Intermediate. Let's see, we have wood floor refinishing at Prospect Elementary. So we need a motion to accept all of the bids listed above.
Motion.
Motion by Tracy,
Second.
second by Brad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item C is our hotel lodging cost, and that is be it resolved that upon the recommendation of superintendent of the Salamanca City Central School District Board of Education amends the maximum cost allowance for lodging costs to $450 per night. Resort fees and taxes where applicable for the Board of Education trustees for the 24-25 school year be approved. So we need a motion to approve that resolution.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Dale, who seconded that? Brad? Motion by Dale, second by Brad, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. And item D, we have a donation from Seneca Nation Tribal Council, the amount of $3,500 for the high school varsity basketball cheerleading team. And so we need a motion to accept that donation and send a letter of appreciation.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tad, second by Dale. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item 10 is our personnel consent agenda. We have personnel action number 1, personnel action number 2. And item C, we need a motion to approve.
See, we're gonna do separate, okay?
D.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry. What-
I was gonna say, I'm reading it right now.
Oh, C is the personnel. I'm sorry,
Thank God.
Teresa. Sorry,
Thought I
Teresa.
couldn't read there for a minute, Gina.
No, my fault. I didn't
That's
want you
okay.
to do the other one together. Sorry.
So we need a motion, that's okay, to approve section 8, items A and B.
Motion.
Motion by Christian, second by Carrie. Are there any questions? Whatever you want to do, sir.
I just wanted to note that we do have several staff members who are having their probationary time extended. And I just want to make sure that people recognize that this is a procedural process for perhaps leaves of absences or perhaps lapses in certification. This is in no way a reflection on a performance of any of these individuals, nor is it any indication of concerns on the part of the district. This is simply a process to ensure compliance with regulations and district expectations.
Okay. So we got a motion by Christian, second by Carrie, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item D is to extend probation again. So we need a motion to approve item 8D.
Motion.
Motion by Dale, second by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will abstain. Motion carried. And do we have any staff here that we want to?
I believe we have Mr. Lane, who is a newly appointed instructional substitute and is joining us remotely. So congratulations, Mr. Lane, and welcome to the Warrior family. You can say something if you like, but don't feel obligated.
Speech.
All right.
All right.
Silent.
Welcome aboard.
Okay,
A few
okay.
words.
Welcome you. Welcome to being a warrior. All right, item 11 is our board information reports and discussion. We have item A, which is our collection of unpaid school taxes that are amended. And our upcoming events, November 27th is Staff Professional Development Day. Students do not have to come. Again, the 27th to 29th is Thanksgiving break. December 5th is our Indigenous Policies and Procedures, right here, 5 p.m. In this room. December 5th is also Seneca Intermediate Band and Chorus Concert at 6:30 in the high school auditorium, so that's exciting. We will be at NISA, December 9th through the 11th. December 11th is again another Indigenous Education Committee meeting here, 4 p.m. at the high school LGI room. And December 13th is Santa's Workshop, which is always, I remember Santa's Workshop. I love that. There's always some fun. And also the Drama Club of the Little Mermaid Junior. So everybody come out and watch that. Then, finance will be December 17th, followed by our Board of Education meeting, which is riveting for everybody. So with that, we do not need an executive session. So we do not need. And we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Christian, second by Dale. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Have a great Thanksgiving. If anybody needs their form signed, bring them on down.